Here's how I grew my YouTube channel to 500,000 subscribers in less than a year. Since the beginning of January 2023, my language learning channel Veronika's Language Diaries has gained over 500,000 new subscribers. I'm filming this video in September 2023, so it took me 8 months to achieve this result. To be honest, I'm saying all of this to you guys right now, like all of this analytics, and I can't quite comprehend it myself. But of course, if I really think about it, I completely understand why it happened. So that's why I decided to make this video for you guys and explain everything, what I have learned from this experience. I understand that a lot of you guys are watching this video right now because you're passionate about YouTube, and maybe you have your own YouTube channel and you want to see it flourish and grow and actually get sustainable income from there. So if that's the case, I've got something for you. In the description below, you will find a link to my exclusive YouTube monetization guide, which is perfect for those who want to learn about all the different methods of monetization available on YouTube. There I also give you a little breakdown of how much money you can expect to make with around 30,000 subscribers. Obviously, it all varies. All the numbers always vary on YouTube a lot, depending on your niche, depending on your audience and their demographics. But still, if you're ready to take YouTube seriously, if you're ready to make it your career, you absolutely have to check out this guide. And plus, it's absolutely free. So make sure to click the link below and claim your guide today. Let's turn your passion into a thriving YouTube career. So if you're completely new to my channel, you have to know this. I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago, and for the first 7 months, I didn't see much growth and I didn't see any money. So I was like working on YouTube, I had it as my part-time job, and I was not, making any money off of YouTube. So sometimes people, they come up to me and they say, oh, I want to start making money on YouTube. I want to make it my career. And I always say that if you're interested in YouTube, you can do it. You can make YouTube your career, but you have to be serious about it. You have to treat it as a job. If you treat it as a hobby, probably it will stay this way. It will just stay your hobby, but then obviously we're not talking about actually building a sustainable income out of it. So when it comes to my YouTube channel, and the reason why I was able to grow so fast is because the first thing is, you have to constantly come up with good ideas. YouTube is all about your ideas. I see a lot of people online talk about consistency, and of course being consistent on YouTube is important, but it's even more important to consistently produce good ideas, or I would even say to consistently come up with good YouTube ideas. Because if your idea is bad and you're trying to be super consistent, you already filmed 100 different videos, well, they're not gonna perform because the idea itself is bad. I know maybe it's a little bit harsh, but that's exactly how I analyze my YouTube channel. Guys, I have a lot of videos that are bad. The idea behind those videos is bad, and that's why they didn't perform well. I think in any job, and especially on YouTube, it's crucial to be honest with yourself, to be brutally honest with yourself, especially because oftentimes when we're first starting out, we're completely by ourselves. It's just us and the camera. We're doing everything by ourselves, and it's absolutely okay. That's how all the YouTubers started. But the problem here is that there is no one to give you this constructive feedback or criticism, and it's really important, especially if you can get it from a knowledgeable person. Because you have to remember that usually a video that has 10 million views didn't require more effort than a video that only has 10,000 views, for example. And you know what I'm talking about because you have probably come across a ton of YouTube videos with really weird titles and thumbnails, but they're very catchy and they have 50 million views because the idea is good, because it is something that people are interested in and something that people want to click on. And so obviously your idea is closely connected to your title and your thumbnail because it's the first thing people see, and your video is always competing with other videos on the homepage. YouTube might be very competitive. Just guys, think about how you consume YouTube. You open up your computer or you use your phone and then you see a bunch of different videos and you click on the one that interests you the most. Because all of these videos, at the end of the day, they're competing with each other. They're competing for your attention. And that's why it's important to constantly improve your skills when it comes to creating good titles and good thumbnails. It took me a while to really understand that, because if you go to Veronika's Language Diaries, you scroll down, you look at my old videos, you will see that my thumbnails are not great. I'm looking at my old thumbnails right now. They look, I don't know, like kind of weird. Not really something that I would personally click on. But as you can see, I can be honest with myself. Like, even though obviously it took me a lot of work to create all of these videos, I can be honest with myself and tell myself that, Veronika, well, that was bad. You need to change something. You need to change the way you create your thumbnails. You need to change the way you set up your camera and you speak in front of your camera. There are a lot of things to improve. And now let's look at these two videos that I posted a few weeks ago. I think the thumbnails and titles for these videos are a lot better. I especially like the thumbnail for the video where I talk about subtitles, and I feel like a lot of people are really enjoying this video because the views are up, there are a lot of comments and a lot of likes. So the viewer engagement is higher. And I think that's why a lot of people call this work on YouTube a YouTube game, because it is really like a game. You're always trying to improve here, improve there. You're trying to make your thumbnails better. You're trying to make your video ideas better, because it's like a game. You're constantly leveling up. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is short videos, because I know if you are serious about YouTube, you have probably asked yourself this question: should I be making shorts? Somebody help. Well, to be honest, from my experience, shorts can really explode your channel, or they can hurt your channel. And that's actually something that is happening to my YouTube channel right now. Like, both of those things can happen at the same time. So the main reason why I was able to attract so many new people is actually because of short videos. At one point, my short videos were performing extremely well. Like, each video was getting over 100,000 views, over 200,000 views, over 1 million views. And I was like, whoa, that's great. And yes, it was great because I was getting a lot of new followers, a lot of new subscribers. But at the same time, all of those new people were not really translating into my long video views. And that's something that a lot of creators struggle on YouTube right now. You're making a short video, it's performing extremely well, but then people don't watch your long videos because actually the audience is very different. People who are obsessed with short videos, with short form content, are not really interested in your long videos, and vice versa. I can also tell you guys about myself as a YouTube consumer. I love watching long videos, and I never or almost never watch short videos because it's just not my format. And if I were to create a graph for you guys to show what's happening exactly, it would look something like this. So as you can see, we have like a lot of people who are interested in shorts, we have a lot of people who are interested in long videos, and we have a few people who actually watch both. And so that's the thing, like, are you gonna be competing for only this fraction of people? Like, you actually want to attract people who are going to watch your long videos and your short videos? I think it's hard, and that's the problem. Like, for me, I love long form content, and that's something I want to be focusing on. And that's why recently I decided to stop making as many short videos, or stop making them altogether, and only post short form content on Instagram and TikTok, because I want people to start following me here because of my long videos, right? I don't really care about like the number of subscribers, because now, okay, I have like over 800,000 subscribers. Of course, it's great. I'm extremely grateful and I love it. But at the same time, when I know that it's not translating to my long video views, I would rather not have so many people subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm pretty sure a lot of those people are only interested in my YouTube shorts. But again, it's only my experience, right? If your experience is different, please let me know in the comments, because I really want to know. YouTube is obviously my job and I'm very serious about it, and I always want to be learning something new. Now let's talk about navigating the YouTube content maze. I often hear people who are new to YouTube or who are stuck when it comes to their YouTube journey say that they don't know what content to produce. And obviously a lot of people always say, oh, stick to one niche, choose a niche and create videos that are related to this kind of content. But at the same time, okay, yes, this tip is amazing, but I also add an additional thing. This is the thing that I called ATAV. Always think about viewer. You always have to be thinking about what the people in your niche, actually, how do you say niche? I have heard people say niche too. Niche.
Niche.
Why do some people say niche? It's niche. What do people usually struggle with in your niche? What do they search for the most? Once I implemented this strategy, I started making long videos that are more targeted, and that I knew people will click on because that's something they struggle with. Like, they want answers, and I had answers in the form of my YouTube videos. Of course, you can use ChatGPT to help you with ideas, and honestly, using AI as a content creator is amazing. However, you have to know how to use AI, because you always have to go back to YouTube and see how these videos are performing on other channels. Because if you think you have an amazing idea and you try to, Google and see if people are actually clicking on this video idea, maybe they're not. And you think it's amazing, but people are not interested in it. That's the reality of YouTube. You always have to be thinking about your viewer, because your viewer is the consumer of your content. And that's why I think it's important to analyze other people, like what's performing for them, like other people in your niche. Because you have to be making content that people are interested in. And this content should be something that people are interested in now. So these two things are very important components. Focus on small, continuous improvements. Small, continuous improvements often lead to success. If we think of success as achieving the desired outcome, because they work like the compound effect. If we focus on real improvements and constant practice, that's how we improve. And that's how we move closer and closer to our desired outcome, i.e. success. It's basically this well-known quote about like destination and journey. Like, YouTube is not about your destination, it's about the journey. And yes, it's correct. But of course, we all have this idea of where we would like to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, of course, we always have to focus on this small, continuous improvements. It's just like building a successful relationship. It requires a lot of reflection and a lot of work. When you're building a long-term relationship, you're not really focused on, oh, like when I'm 50, we're gonna be super happy and like everything is gonna be fine. No, you're trying to focus on the journey, on this journey of building the supportive and trusting relationship with your partner. And the same thing in business, it's not really much different. But the problem is only few people focus on small improvements, because let's be honest, it can be tedious and it doesn't produce immediate results. And plus, continuous improvement requires systematic evaluation. It requires you to sit down, open up your YouTube channel, and be brutally honest with yourself. And not everyone can do that, because our ego is at play here, and we're like, no, I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time, and my content is great. My ideas are perfect. When sometimes they're not. And that's something that I try to do monthly on both of my YouTube channels. I sit down, I open my YouTube channels, and I just look at them, and I try to be really honest with myself. I tell myself, okay, Veronika, this title was, not the best. Maybe you can change it now. This thumbnail looks kind of weird. You can change it or just forget about it, because, maybe the video idea itself is bad, and that's it. That there is nothing you can do. If your video idea is bad, That's it. Sometimes what helps if you have a good video idea is changing your thumbnail and your title. You've probably seen other creators do it quite often. For example, they post a video and they see that it's not performing as well, and they start, tweaking some things. They change their title a little bit, they change the thumbnail, and it helps, sometimes it helps. I think it helped my YouTube video. Let me see. The YouTube video was called How to Become Fluent Forever in Any Language. Originally, I had a different title and a different thumbnail. And once I saw that, the idea itself is great, but the video was not performing as fast, I decided to change both the title and the thumbnail, and the video started performing extremely well. But again, it requires you to be extremely objective with yourself. And finally, let's talk about leveraging your unfair advantages. You should always think about the skills you have, or the things you can do well, or maybe your past experience, or something that is unique about you, and use it as your advantage. Because at one point in my life, I thought that the fact that I was a non-native speaker was actually a hurdle. But then I realized that it was actually my unfair advantage. I'm a non-native English speaker. My native language is Russian. However, I'm still here. I'm sitting in front of my camera and I'm recording a video in English. So that is definitely my unfair advantage. This story of how I managed to learn English, of how I decided to start my YouTube channel and speak English, not my native language, is extremely inspiring. And I'm sure you have something like this too. Every single person has a list of unique abilities or unique stories that only they possess. Maybe you can edit well, so you can use it as your unfair advantage and make your editing top-notch. Maybe you can tell an engaging story, so you can use it too. I know, for example, that my video editing skills are not the best. They're not the worst, but they're very primitive, extremely simple. So for me, like, one of my biggest goals ever was to find an editor, a person who can do it really well. And I love working with talented people because I can see and I know that every single one of us has something that we can do extremely well. So once I was able to hire a person who could edit my YouTube videos, I had more time to focus on what I could do better. Research, script, prepare for my YouTube videos a little bit better so that the idea is better. And remember, if you want to take the next step in your YouTube journey, make sure to click the link below and download my free YouTube monetization guide. It's gonna be it for this video. These are all the things that I think helped me gain so many new people. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video.